Hello, good morning, and welcome to this live Forex trading session. As usual, during this session, we'll just be analyzing the markets to see what trading opportunities there are. And the main markets to be looking at would be the Euro US dollar and the dollar Canadian dollar. And also, it gives you an opportunity to ask any questions you have regarding the markets, trading, your platform, or any issues you're having. So we'll go through the markets first, and then afterwards we'll do the question and answers and any queries or problems you have. So as usual, we start off by looking at the economic calendar to see what's coming up today. And again, the main markets we're looking at are the Euro US dollar and the dollar Canadian dollar. So we'll be looking for reports that could affect this market. So looking at the economic calendar, today is Tuesday, the 13th of July. Again, I've set my own economic calendar to my own time zone. My time zone is GMT plus 2. So the times I'll be quoting are GMT plus 2 times. So do make sure you set your own economic calendar to your own time zone. So looking at the calendar today, Tuesday, the 13th of July, let's see what's coming out. So we can see at 8 o'clock this morning, in about an hour's time, we have the Germany inflation rate, and that's a report of huge significance. There are 4 reports that are always of major significance. Those 4 reports are inflation rate, gross domestic product, interest rates, and unemployment rate. So those 4 reports are always of high importance. So looking at this inflation rate today, that's due out of Germany in about an hour. That would definitely affect the Euro US dollar because Germany is the main powerhouse in Europe. So that would affect the Euro US dollar mainly, or the European markets. So that's due out in an hour. Let's see what else is coming up today. You can always just ignore the reports of low importance, and obviously reports from France, you can ignore that. And then at 2:30, we have the US inflation rate. And of course, reports out of the US affects all markets. And again, that's a report of major importance, the inflation rate. And again, being the United States, that would have a major impact across the board, in terms of the fixed income securities market, all global stock markets, all currency pairs, all commodities markets. So that report would affect virtually all financial markets at 2:30. So there is a high probability of all markets just trending sideways prior to that report at 2:30 because of the significance of that report. So that's the USA inflation rate report at 2:30 p.m. today, 2:30 p.m. GMT plus 2. And as you can see, that's the last report of high importance today. So the last report of high importance today is at 2:30, the US inflation rate. Ideally, you want to avoid trading prior to that report. So the euro, the dollar, Canadian dollar, the USD, Canadian dollar, I would definitely avoid trading that market and other markets prior to that report at 2:30. But for the Euro US dollar specifically, because this report at 8 o'clock in an hour's time could potentially move the euro, I would have one attempt on the Euro US dollar at 8 o'clock, just one attempt. And if I fail at that attempt, I will stop trading the Euro US dollar and wait till 2:30 when the US inflation report comes out before I have a second attempt on the Euro US dollar. But for all other currencies and currency pairs, I would avoid trading them till 2:30. Okay. It's also good to look at the rest of the week. So I'll just go through the next 7 days and see if there's anything major coming up over the next 7 days that could affect my trading today. So tomorrow is Wednesday, the 14th. We've got the New Zealand interest rate decision. So yeah, I don't have to worry about that. And tomorrow too, we have the UK inflation rate. So it seems as if it's an inflation rate week. And so that's tomorrow, Wednesday. And that's a big one for Canada, the Bank of Canada interest rate decision. So that's not, that's something to note tomorrow, the Bank of Canada interest rate decision. So trading currencies paired with the Canadian dollar, you probably might just want to have one attempt today. So for the US Canadian dollar that we're trading, we'll just have one attempt today in view of this Bank of Canada interest rate decision coming out tomorrow. Then on Thursday, the 15th of July, we've got these reports from Australia and China, which really doesn't affect us because we're not trading currencies paired with the Aussie dollar. And then we have the UK employment change. And then Friday the 16th, I have the Bank of Japan interest rate decision. Obviously, that will impact currencies paired with the yen. And then we have the Euro area core inflation rate on Friday. So we've got some pretty important reports coming out the rest of the week. So it's going to be an interesting week. So going back to today, like I said, just going to avoid trading the Euro US dollar till 8 a.m. GMT plus 2, and I'll have one attempt on the Euro US dollar at 8 p.m. GMT plus 2. And if I lose out on that attempt, I'll stop trading till 2:30 when the before I have a second attempt at 2:30 when the US report is announced. But for all other currencies and currency pairs, I will wait till 2:30 before I have my first attempt on those markets. Also good to keep an eye on Market Watch or the financial news to see if there's anything creating uncertainty in the global markets. But in relation to the currency market, there's nothing causing uncertainty at the moment. So we're good to go, and there are no public holidays in the UK or USA today. So let's go to the charts. So we'll start with the Euro US dollar. We'll start with the swing trading. So we'll go to the daily time frame. So looking at the daily time frame for the swing trading, the moving average 50 today is 1.20388. So I'll round that up to 1.2039. So I'll just adjust my pending buy order to 2 pips above that to 1.2041. So I'll just adjust that to 1.2041. 100 pip stop loss, 1941. And that's it for my swing trade. So we'll go to the day trade, 5-minute time frame. So at the moment, the market is trending sideways. Again, like I said, I'm just going to leave the market alone till 8 o'clock when the Germany inflation rate is announced. So I'm not going to place any pending orders now. So I'll just reassess this market just before that report at 8 a.m. GMT plus 2. So I'll go to the dollar Canadian dollar. Again, we'll start with the swing trade, daily time frame. Initially, the market was trending sideways along the moving average 100. So we avoided swing trading. But you can see it's now beginning to move a bit, but again, there's no discernible trend at the moment. So I'll still just watch and wait for now. And then we'll go to the 5-minute time frame for the day trading. So again, you can see the market is currently trending sideways between the pivot point and S1. But again, I'm not going to place any pending orders now. I'm just going to leave the market alone and reassess just before the US inflation rate report at 2:30 p.m. GMT plus 2. So that's my plan for today. So any questions? If you have any questions, you can either raise your hands or send your questions through the chat box.